I wanted to, today's actually my Friday, and today's currently the 19th. Also, my chair is squeaking a lot. It's not me, but today's the 19th, and I still can't believe Christmas is in like 5 days. I know this is just like completely irrelevant and like random, but I just still cannot believe Christmas is literally in 5 days. Like, I'm just like, what? Like, why is this so fast? I feel like, I don't know, like I just now bought myself extra chocolate truffles to eat for December, and I haven't even got to really eat them, and I'm just like, how is this happening? But anyways, I wanted to do a check-in. Also, don't mind the lighting's like super dark. I do have my Christmas lights on, so I'm kind of enjoying it as much as I can, because honestly, this is gonna go by so fast. So I wanted to do an update because I did finish my book, which I kind of put in, actually I think it's gonna be in a different vlog, but I finished my book, and I finished, what was it, A Very Merry Bromance. And then I have, I'll show it. So I currently have In Holidaze left to read on my TBR, and I don't know, I mean, I also have another one, but I already knew that I was probably not gonna be able to get to it in this TBR, but this was the one I for sure wanted to get in this TBR. But for some reason, I don't know if I have it in me to like jump into like another book right now, and I just have this weird like drive to reread one of the other books I've read during the holidays, which is Just Like Magic. It's not a great book. Like, one thing I really loved was just like how whimsical and like magical the story was, and I love Hall's character, and I think that's why I want to read that book for some reason. Like, I just want to reread it, but I know I shouldn't. Like, I should probably get this Christmas book done, this one done, before December's over. And I don't know, I just have like this weird drive to reread that book, so I'm like, I think because I have that drive to read that one, it's making me not really want to read this one just yet. I did start like, I don't know, 6 pages of it, but then I was like, I just remembered that I picked up a short story on my Kindle last night, and I wonder part of the reason why I don't want to pick it up is because I wanted to read a book on my Kindle, but In Holidaze isn't available at my library at the moment, so I would have to read it physically, which I don't mind. I would switch back and forth, but when I go to bed, that's like the time I normally read, and because I don't have it on my Kindle, it's just kind of uncomfortable just like lay in bed and like relax and just read a physical book. But I did finish a short story. I started it last night, I finished it this morning. It's like a really quick story, and it's called Resting Scrooge Face by Megan Quinn, I think. I may be wrong, I hope I'm not, but I'll put it up right here. And oh my gosh, it was so good. It's a 5-star read for me, and it's probably one of the better short stories I've ever read. Like, normally short stories are like super, like, you know, you can't really get connected to the characters, you can't really get connected to the plot. It's a short story, but this one was really good. Like, it actually had like that little magical feel to it. I love Grandma Louise in the story. Like, she was just a cool, like, funny grandma. And then also, I actually liked how they kind of portrayed Nola. I just feel like she seems so cool, like with her spunky short hair, and yeah, she just seemed like a cool character. And I don't know, I like the story a lot. Like, it was actually really good, and it's pretty much about 2 characters. They had I guess a relationship in the past where he ended up breaking her heart and she moved away, and she has to go back in town, I think something with her grandma or something, for like the holidays. This kind of takes place on the duration of like literally Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and she goes there to help her grandma back in her old town, which is like some small town in Maine. And so you get like that little small town vibe, and obviously it's like Christmassy vibe, and you know, like obviously the grandma, and there's a character, he's like a mailman named Arden. He's such a cool character. He's like his like sidekick. So there's like the boyfriend Caleb. So Caleb and Nola, not boyfriend, Caleb and Nola are the like 2 main protagonists of the story, and I would honestly probably say like Caleb's the main person, but it kind of takes place on like him. You kind of see what happened and why the relationship, why it split up, like what happened in the relationship, or like why she had her heart broken by him. And then they end up writing letters, like anonymous letters, and what they don't realize is that they're writing to each other, and they just end up kind of clicking through those letters. Obviously they didn't know it was each other, but they hate each other like in reality. Like, they didn't know that was the person that they were writing to, and they hate the other person. Like, it's like enemies. I don't like saying enemies to lover if it's not like fantasy. I just feel like it's not really enemies to lovers, to be honest, but they are like, they're like foes. Like, they hate each other and they're irritated of each other, and it's just so cute. And I thought I wasn't gonna like it because I'm not a big fan of like letters and stuff. Like, I don't know what it is. I just don't really care to like read letters. I just feel like it's work for some reason. But I really enjoyed reading the letters. Like, they were really like funny, and there were some parts in it that were so like laugh out loud funny. Like, it was hilarious. They even referenced like Harry Potter in there, which is probably the only thing I annotated in there because I like had to annotate that. So yeah, it was like a nice like little like break and palette cleanser. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my update for now. I think I'm gonna try to jump into reading In a Holidaze soon. I was gonna read on my lunch break, but I'm just like not in the mood right now to jump into another like full novel just yet. I need to like let things marinate and kind of rest first. But yeah, I think that's my random little update, and I hope you guys are doing good so far. I hope you guys are having like a really nice holiday, and yeah, so I think that's my little check-in, but I will see you guys in the next clip. I currently have a Zycam in the back of my mouth right now, so if I kind of talk weird, it's because it's like dissolving as we speak, because I think I'm getting sick. But I just feel so cozy right now. Like, I have my Harry Potter pajamas on, and then also I'm playing some Christmas ambiance, like ASMR jazz music. I hope I don't get copyrighted, so I might be quick. But then also I'm reading, and it just feels like a really cozy time. Okay, my like hair wrap is falling down, but I like have to update because there's like so many things I'm loving about this. So I love that they call the main character Noodle. Like, that's such a adorable nickname. And then also there's like a part when like the love interest is talking to her, and she's acting weird because it just went back in time, and so she's like really confused and like kind of shocked, and everybody's freaking out. And then the love interest was like pretty much just like joking. It was like, well, I'm blah blah blah, and I have an a-hole brother, and like just like pretty much like reintroducing himself as like a joke. But he's like, I'm worried about you. It seems like you have a brain injury. And it's so funny because she's like freaking out, and she's like grinning, and she's like, are you flirting? Does it feel like flirting? I don't know why, but that was like kind of funny to me. But I'm really liking this so much so far, and I think it's really cool how like the parents are like childhood friends. And honestly, okay, I'm not trying to jinx it, but I love reading Christina Lauren's. I think Christina Lauren is like, oh no, I just lost my page. I think, oh yeah, I'm on page 47 right now, by the way. But I think Christina and Lauren are like two different authors, I think. I might be wrong. And I think that's like their pen name. I may be wrong, but I'm not quite sure. But now that I'm reading this, I can see and remember the writing style for Love in Other Words. And I just love like how realistic they make their characters. I just feel like they genuinely feel like characters I love, and they seem so real, and like little details that they put into the story. Like, I love it. Like, I don't feel like it's corny or fake. Like, it just feels like an actual, like these feel like actual people, and I really like their writing style. So I'm just like really happy to be in a book that they made, because I really love Love in Other Words, and I can kind of tell this is kind of giving me like the same feeling and the same vibe. I'm also like, I really like the love interest and the main character, and I think Macy is such a cute name. Like, it's so cute. So yeah, I didn't know I was gonna get this far tonight. I was honestly, like I even said earlier, I wasn't like in the mood, and this thing is like falling off my head. It's like hurting my neck. I gotta fix it. I gotta retie it up into like a knot again, but I was too lazy and I had to update this because I'm like in the moment right now. And yeah, so I'm loving it so much. Also, I never really watched the show like thoroughly. I've kind of watched it like here and there, like snippets, like I've seen memes of it, but the whole like family friend group reminds me of Modern Family, so I'm picturing that, and I really like that. Morning guys, I wanted to do a check-in, and it's the next day from when I filmed like the last clip. I'm actually getting ready right now, so please don't mind the horrendous angle and lighting. And I actually have a really late start to my morning because it was snowing this morning, and so I kind of just wanted to like relax and not really rush. And then me and my little one were just watching Little Bear. Like, it's such a like cute, comforting show that I used to watch when I was like little, so brought back. Now this is like, I wanted to do like a update. I also feel so puffy right now. Normally in the mornings I've been like washing gua shaing my face, but I'm actually getting ready because I'm gonna be going to the post office. I have to go return my license plate, which I was supposed to do like a while ago. It's just, yeah, I just been postponing it unfortunately, and I have to go. Like, I really have to go because I think there's like a time frame. I don't know. I don't want to risk it. Which no one ever talks to you about all these things, these adult things that you have to do. So it's so confusing when it's time to do them because you're like trying to Google everything and nothing explains, like nothing on the internet explains what you're supposed to do. But yeah, and while I was out, originally I wanted to go to the library also to get my library card, but I'm not like, I don't feel sick. I think at the most I feel it is in the mornings, but I do notice that I have been feeling like, just like I have a tiny tickle in my throat, and I don't know, like I don't want to risk it. I've been taking Zicam, and so I do feel a lot better this morning, but I don't want to risk it, and I don't want to like have to talk to people and possibly get them sick or anything. So I think I'm just gonna do things where I just mind my own business and I don't have to talk to people, which is, as long as you're not touching everything, you're just touching what you're gonna get, which is the bookstore. And I think I'm gonna possibly browse half-price books. I was gonna go to the library, but because I'm feeling a little off, I think I'm gonna save that for after the holidays, so it gives me something to look forward to. Because like, I don't know about you guys, but New Year's is always like hard for me because I actually feel like it's just like, I miss the holidays. I love how happy it is, and then when New Year's hits, it's just like, it's hard to like feel excited for motivation, because like October to December is like my most favorite time of the year, and then when it's over, I'm just so sad. Like I never was a big fan of New Year's. New Year's always made me feel kind of off. Honestly, it kind of made me feel a little sad because there's all these expectations. It's like a brand new year. You're so far away from Christmas. And yeah, so that was like one huge thing that's been kind of hard, that I'm like, I don't know how I feel like about the holidays being over. And so yeah, I look kind of crazy right now. I mean, today's one of those days I'm just gonna do really simple eyeshadow. I don't really want to like do a full face. Well, I mean, you could do a full face, but I don't want to do like, I just want something to make me feel awake and feel cute. I guess I should probably talk about the products while I'm doing them. This is a BB cream. It's like a Korean brand, I think. It's called M. This is what it looks like. So if you're interested, this is the one I got. Oh, it's called Misha M. I don't know. I looked it up. It has SPF 42, and this is the color Honey Beige. I really like BB creams, and so I feel like they're a lot more like neutral on your face, and they're not as like heavy. Don't get me wrong, like I do like foundations, but I don't wear it as often anymore. Honestly, after becoming a mom, I don't really wear foundations and all that heavy stuff as much anymore. I'm more of like natural dewy, and then put on concealer. Like that's just like my look now. That's what I go to. But what was I saying? Mario contour stick in the light medium, and it's kind of cool because it has like a little brush in it included, so I really like that, and it's like super compact. And I actually got it because I didn't really know what other contour sticks to get, and I really like this contour stick a lot actually. At first the color was off for me, but the more I've had it, the more I'm like, I actually like this color shade as a contour. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Madeline. Also, I'm really shaky because I had a coffee and I haven't really eaten today. But I do like this concealer. I just feel like it's like it's always been like such a good concealer. But yeah, I'm more of like dewy, natural makeup. But also every once in a while, like I like to have like a full face. What was I saying? I keep trailing off. Okay, what I was saying was I was gonna go to half price books. I'm thinking about going to half price books. We'll see, but it's like a little bit out of the ways, so I may or may not actually go there. But I really wanted to just kind of browse. That was one thing I really wanted to do before the holidays. Today's Friday. I honestly would be working today, but they offered like some time off for people who just wanted it. Sometimes if there's like a high volume of people working and it's not that busy, they'll ask like if anybody wants to take the days off. And obviously you know, yeah, like it's up to your own discrepancy if you want to take it off. And I had this like kind of planned for a while, so I did already take it off like a while ago, so this has already been planned. I just didn't expect to do all this stuff today, which is fine because I'd rather get it done and get it over with and feel good for the holidays, and also just know that it's safe. But yeah, so I was gonna go to the library, but because of like, I just don't really want to keep talking to people just to be safe, I think I'm gonna do something where I kind of just mind my own business, maybe browse a bookstore. I wish there was like another used bookstore I can go to. I was even thinking about going to Goodwill, but I don't know if I feel like going around like a place with like a bunch of allergens and stuff, especially because like I feel pretty good right now, but I'm kind of paranoid I'm gonna get like really stuffy. So yeah, there's like that. And then also I'm gonna go to Target because I need to get some meds and stuff and get some things that we ran out of. I'm a little nervous though because the Target I go to by my house, it's just full of like, it's just jam-packed, and honestly there's a bunch of other moms. I was gonna say there's a bunch of moms, but it's like I'm a mom, but there's a bunch of other moms, and it's just like those Targets that are just like, you're gonna see like a bunch of moms in there just like shopping. And yeah, I think sometimes people don't even realize I'm a mom, but I am, and I love being a mom. It's the best thing ever. Okay, my makeup's kind of coming out really bad right now. I think because I'm kind of frantic, I'm kind of rushing. But I wanted to update you on my book last night. I actually really like it so much. I honestly don't really have much else to say because after I did my check-in last night, I ended up stop reading it. I kind of wanted to watch some YouTube videos, and so I kind of just randomly started scrolling on YouTube, and I just kind of got sucked into watching a few YouTube videos, and then I just knocked out. I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna wake up early, I'm gonna need to get some sleep and rest. And I think that's why I do feel a lot better today. This morning I did feel off, and I kind of just took the day slow because it was snowing. You know what, I think that's it. I'm not gonna. One thing I really like is this is the Rare Beauty blush. It's so like tiny and adorable and compact, and it's like a little gold film on the inside. It's just so cute, and this is in the color Nearly Mauve. I love it. It's like such a cute cream blush, and it's really forgiving, so if you ever put too much, and also it doesn't like, it stays, but not like to where it's just like if you mess up it's stuck there forever. Like it eventually fades, but to like a really natural glow throughout the day. I love it. It's like one of my most favorite, and it's so tiny and compact, but it's like, I feel like it has a lot because like honestly you just do a swipe and that's all you need. Okay, I'm talking about makeup too much, sorry. But yeah, I really like the book a lot, and I'm so happy to like read Christina Lauren's like books. Again, I think it's two people that is like the authors, but I can tell I'm like getting the vibe of like love in other words. And I also really like the uncle in the story, and it was just like one of those like stories. It kind of reminds me of like Taylor Jenkins Reid's, how it's like her books are, I don't want to compare authors because you never know who's a competitor, but it gives me that same like writing style where you can tell it's like you can find it super relatable, and the characters are like just like really realistic, like they're just like real characters, like every little detail about them, it just seems so real, but it's not trying too hard, it just comes so naturally. And like that's why I really like their writing styles. And this being the second book I've read by Christina Lauren, I can already tell like I really like her books. So I think if I read the chance, I would try to give some of her other books a try. I think I heard like her older books, certain people are their favorites, so that might not be one. Honestly, today's like one of those days where I just don't really wanna, I'm not gonna put too much effort getting ready now. I was going to, but then after I messed up my eyebrows, now I'm like, I lost all that desire. This is also the Hourglass ambient lighting and dim light, and I actually just found this in my makeup drawer that time of year. I kind of want to put like a little glitter on my eyelids just because it's like, this is like the most perfect like shade of glitter. Let me see. This is Chills, and it's Rihanna's like Fenty line, which I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with Rihanna, and every time she comes on TV I have to have everybody quiet because we have to acknowledge that she's on the screen. And also the fact that she's a mom, I'm like, wow, what a queen. But even if you're not a mom, you're still a queen. Okay, I feel like this update has been really pointless, and I just pretty much ended up talking about makeup and getting ready with you guys. So I think I'm gonna end it here. because honestly there's nothing new really for me to say in the story other than the fact that I'm really enjoying the characters and I'm really liking the writing style. And I didn't think I wanted to read this, but honestly now that I've read it, I'm like really excited to read it again. I kind of just want to sit in my room and just read tonight. I am gonna have to edit tonight because it is Friday as I'm filming this, and then tomorrow's Saturday, so I need to have a video by tomorrow. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna go because I don't really like vlog while I'm trying, but I actually just came back from, I just finished going to Half Price Books, and I don't know, I feel like today was one of those days where I just couldn't really find much, but I did find Hunting Prince Dracula for like $5. It's the next one I do need to read, and I actually am really excited to read this one. I'm gonna go. I'm like quite a bit of ways. I'm like 20 minutes. I did end up getting lost because I'm still not used to like the new area, so that kind of took me a minute to actually get to this Half Price Books, which I have been to before. I just felt more comfortable, and also I didn't really film in there because it was just crazy busy. So yeah, but that's it. I just wanted to check in with you guys, and yeah, I'm a little sad I didn't really find much, but it's okay. Right now, I think it's more about getting some other stuff, you know, but I just wanted to browse, and it was pretty packed in there, so. But I'll see you guys later. I say I like when they put details about characters that make them seem realistic. This is like kind of what I'm talking about. There's a line where she says, the headphones around his neck fall forward slightly, and I can tell he never bothers to turn off the music. Quote, she sells sanctuary, quote, by the cult, filters tinily through them. And it's just like the concept of like someone just like talking to you, but you can hear like their music playing on their headphones. Like, it's just the little details like that. I love that in books because it just makes the characters seem like actual characters, like real people, because they do human things. And I feel like a lot of books don't have those type of things, so I really enjoy that. Like, she kind of puts out amongst the story. I tried editing and my computer's just going super slow, so I think I'm just gonna read for a little bit until it kind of gets itself together. Sorry, there was like a little burp. Hello you guys, I wanted to do a check-in, and I got pretty far. I'm about like 100, page 120. I kind of read this morning. Also, don't mind, I have like a Zycam in the back of my mouth right now, so that's why it kind of sounds a little weird. Also, I think I'm getting a little sick, and so I'm just gonna try to rest. I know I should read right now, but I'm like in this mood for some reason to play Skyrim, so I think I'm gonna play my Switch for a little bit, and I'm just gonna take like a mini break, kind of just relax for a little, kind of do something mindless. I might even switch over from Skyrim to play like my farming game, because I just feel like sometimes farming games are just really low maintenance, and I just feel like that's kind of what I need right now. I'm currently playing like piano music. Let me actually turn it down real fast. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna relax right now. I'm like super sleepy, but I wanted to do a quick check-in and kind of let you guys know like what I think of the book so far. So I'm on page 120, and the more I'm reading it, the more I'm like actually getting a better and like deeper understanding of the main character and like her personality, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm really enjoying just like her little quirks and her like little jokes that she has, and also the main love interest like character. It's just, I feel like I'm getting more attached to their characters. So I also really like how it's like starting to like, they just had like a snow building scene, and like it's like they're having flashbacks towards like snowball fights and like the normal family traditions that they have. So it's like giving that Christmas feel, which I'm actually really happy about, because it really did provide, it's like providing what I needed to right now. I also really like how they reference like the cults in the story. I just think it's really cool when they reference like actual bands and stuff. It just makes it more like realistic. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm enjoying it so much, and honestly, every time I read it, I'm like, I don't realize how much I've read so far. So I'm probably gonna read a little bit more tonight, but after I kind of just relax for a little bit, I think I'm just gonna relax for a little, play my Switch, because I just am like in this like, I have this like crave to play my Switch right now and play Skyrim specifically. And then I think after that I might end up kind of reading like later on for the rest of the night, because I kind of just want to take it slow. I have my video edited and posted, and I just want to relax. Today's Saturday. Thankfully, I'm off tomorrow, so yeah, that's my last checkout probably for the rest of this evening. But I hope this vlog is still keeping you company and it's not boring, because I know I have been like really chatty in this vlog. So I'll see you guys later. Also, I want to do like just an acknowledgement for like how sweet and kind this community is, because on my last video I posted like a mini heart-to-heart about like perfectionism and having like a relatable channel and like the type of community you plan to create for the channel, and the response has just been like so positive and so kind-hearted that the comments I've received just like melted my heart, and just those are like the reasons. These are the type of people and the motivators I have as to like why I just love doing booktube and why I love booktube and the community. Like, it's just some of the most kind-hearted people and the most sweetest and supportive groups, and I can't say thank you enough. And obviously, like I said, like my channel's not big, but just having even just one person just provide like that support and that kindness is just like, it's one of the most greatest feelings ever. And I love this community. It's just such a beautiful community. It's so sweet. And I'm sure many people have probably talked about this before, but when I first started YouTube a long time ago, like in college, and it was a different channel, I did like a makeup channel, and this was like years ago, almost like 10-15 years ago. But it's crazy like how different these communities are. I'm not saying like the makeup community is like toxic, but I just, from my experience at the time, and this was like way back in like 2013, 2014, community wasn't as inviting and supportive and like genuine from what I experienced on my time. It still had like the support and like genuinity, but it was like a different type. And back then, obviously, like the rules for YouTube were way different. So like back then, people would just literally comment on your thing just to be like, hey, sub for sub. And I'm glad that they cut that out, because it's not like that now. But it's just really crazy like how different it is now, and like how YouTube and like the booktube community specifically is just one of the most like coolest communities ever. And I just love that we're all readers. I love that we're also supportive of each other, and I love, even if we're not readers, just love the people that just accumulate within the community and like how kind they are. It's just so nice. So yeah, I just had to like do that little like sweet acknowledgement, because I just read another comment and it just made me so happy. Like, it literally made my entire day. And yeah, so okay, I'll see you guys later. I'm being a little sappy, sorry. I think being sick kind of brings out your emotions. Merry Christmas Eve. I am currently working right now. Unfortunately, I was really hoping I was gonna get it off today, and it's like really slow, so I'm surprised that we are still working. Like, it's been really slow today, but I don't want to complain, because it's just, I'm grateful to be able to have money, make easy money today, and just be able to still have a job and still be able to work, and I get to work from home, so I'm not complaining. I want to do a little update because I'm almost finished with In Holidaze. I'm on page 270, so I'm almost done, and there's actually just this much left because the rest is just like acknowledgements. So there's technically this much left of the story. I am really liking this book so much so far, and it's been such a long time since I've had like a 5-star romance. Like, I don't know if this is really considered a romance, It is like romance based, but it's just been like a long time since I've had like a 5-star read like this. Like I feel like all my books have been 5 stars or more, like fantasy books or like, you know, something in that realm. And so it's just really nice to be able to have like a new book so far that I'm like really loving. But again, I have a little bit left, so I can't really say that it's going to be a 5-star yet. But yeah, I feel like I am really enjoying, there's like one part in the book where hold on, I'm actually going my break right now. Okay. I literally feel like every single time I try to film, someone comes in or like something happens. But I hope I don't have any veggies in my teeth. I'm eating a veggie tray right now while working because it's really slow, so kind of want to snack some veggies. But I wanted to do an update and my outro for the book. I finished it. I loved it. I rated a 5-star read. It's been such a long time since I had a 5-star read. And what I was saying earlier was that I feel like I used to always try to make myself read the epilogue, but I'm at the point now where I don't want to try to force myself to read the epilogue because I feel like half the time the epilogue is always like whatever to me. Like in A Very Merry Bromance, it was only like 2 pages long, and that's literally how long I think an epilogue should be. But when it's a whole nother chapter, I'm like, half the time it's just like kind of just extras, and so I don't really want to always push myself to read it because I like how the book ended, and I feel like I want my mind to be set on that and just like let my imagination set on that rather than just like find the typical things that you see in the epilogues. So I just kind of skimmed it. I saw the part that I was like, oh, I kind of figured this was gonna happen. But I love the story. Like there's like a hint of magic in it because you're going into like Groundhog Day, like time loop, so there's like that, but it only happens so often, so I was afraid that it's gonna be like really repetitive. But after that little snippet, like maybe like just a little part of the story, then after that the story like actually keeps progressing, and it's so good. Like it's such a good book. I love all the characters in the story. I even loved her little brother, like Miles. I think he's just such a little brother character. And I liked Andrew's character. I feel like he was like a really good character in the story as well. And yeah, I really like the story. One of my favorite characters though has to be Benny. Such a great uncle. I guess that's like her uncle. But it was such a good story. So if you haven't read it, I definitely suggest. It is like based during the holidays, but it's not like holiday in your face. So I feel like it's something that you can even read even if it's like maybe even January like or so, because there is festive stuff in it and they do like some festive things, but it's not like straight up like a Christmas, like obnoxious Christmas story. So I really enjoyed it. But I'm probably gonna end this vlog now because I don't know what else. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the vlog now because today's Christmas Eve. I might try to edit tonight, but we'll see because I am gonna kind of prep for Christmas, so we'll see if this video gets posted before Christmas or if not. But if you guys don't see this video till after Christmas, I just want to say happy holidays to you and your loved ones, for any holidays that you guys celebrate, and also just happy holidays for me and my family. And I hope this reading vlog provides some enjoyment for you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna finish my carrots and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, when I have fruit trays, oh, you can see all my stuff on my calendar. I feel like I love cherry tomatoes in my fruit trays, but like, how do you get it out without utensils? And then also, how do you get them out because they're so round and slippery? Oh my gosh. But these are like my favorite ones, I swear. Oh my gosh. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to